My name is Katarzyna. We'll be talking about the digestive system. The digestive system is made up of the digestive tract and other organs that help the body break down and absorb food. The gastrointestinal tract, also called GT tract, is around 8-9 meters in length. It's a long twisting tube that leads from the mouth to the anus. It also goes through the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and the large intestine. There are four main functions of the digestive system, such as motility, digestion, absorption, and secretion. Motility, thanks to peristalsis, movement of muscle, ingested food can move through the gut. Digestion is a complex process involving breaking down large food particles into smaller, relatively simple ones. Absorption, these small molecules like amino acid or simple sugar can be absorbed into the bloodstream, so the body can use them for growth, energy, and repair. Secretion is the movement of materials from one point to other, such as saliva or digestive enzyme, and all unused materials are discarded as feces. Each organ of the digestive system has an important role in digestion. Mouth, it includes teeth, salivary glands, and tongue. The digestive process starts in the mouth when the food is chewed. Salivary glands make saliva, a digestive juice, which moistens food so it moves more easily through the esophagus into stomach. Salivary amylase is the primary enzyme in saliva. It breaks down carbohydrate into smaller molecules like sugars. The role of the pharynx is to help keep the food on track through the digestive system rather than allowing entrance into the windpipe. Esophagus. The esophagus is the muscular tube around 25 centimeters long and carries food from the mouth to the stomach after it is swallowed. Stomach is an important organ, hollow and muscular. The stomach's main function is storing food, but also produce hydrochloric acid and digestive enzyme that support the process of digestion. Small intestine is about 6-7 meters long and provide lots of area for absorption. It's divided into three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. This is where most of the digestion takes place. Duodenum is relatively short. It's the first step of a digestion occurs here. Also, food from the stomach is mixed with enzyme from the pancreas and bile from gallbladder. Jejunum is where the absorption of important nutrients takes place. Ileum is the longest part of the small intestine. This is where food spends the most time and where the absorption of nutrients and water take place. The inner wall of the small intestine is covered with millions of microscopic finger-like projections called villi. The villi are just vehicles through which nutrients are absorbed into the blood. The muscle of the small intestines mix food with digestive juice from the pancreas, liver, and the intestine and pushing the mixture forward for further digestion. The walls of the small intestine absorb water and the digested nutrients into the bloodstream. Large intestine is about 1.5 meters long and is much more wider than the small intestine. The main function of the large intestine is the absorption of nutrients from food, more specifically water and vitamins from the food matter, and converts the remainder into the stool. Peristalsis help move the stool into the rectum. Rectum is the lower end of the large intestines. The rectum stores stool, but also pushes stool out of the anus during bowel movement. Other organs that form the digestive system are pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. Food does not pass through them as a part of digestion process. Pancreas is an organ that releases enzymes into the intestines which break down carbohydrate, protein, and lipids in food. Liver is a large organ divided into two lobes. The liver is responsible for releasing a chemical called bile into the intestines. Bile breaks down lipids in the food. The liver also helps to break down food and convert it into energy. Gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile from the liver and then releases it into the small intestine. Mechanical and chemical digestion. Digestion takes place in the GE tract in twofold, mechanical and chemical. Both types of digestion are important and complement each other in the digestive process. Mechanical digestion is the physical reduction of large food particles into smaller pieces that the digestive system can access through the chemical digestion. When food enters the mouth, it mixes with saliva and gets chewed through the process of mastication. Saliva is rich in mucus and salivary glands, and together with the effect of mastication, which is the act of chewing, it creates a mass called a food bolus. Shaped by saliva and tongue, the food is swallowed. It passes the throat and esophagus via muscular contraction and then goes to the stomach. Most chemical digestion occurs within the stomach, where food mixes with gastric juice. The fluids in the upper intestine emulsify fat, which is another form of mechanical digestion. The intestine also contains other enzymes that break down carbohydrate and proteins. The process of mechanical digestion is relatively simple. On the other hand, chemical digestion is a complex process. As a result of chemical changes, carbohydrates are broken down into simpler sugars, mainly glucose and fructose, carbohydrates. Lipases break down fats into glycerol and fatty acid, and proteins break down proteins into amino acid. All these processes take place in the body thanks to participation of the digestive enzyme produced by the digestive system. Enzymes are the special proteins that help to speed up the breakdown of large food molecules into smaller ones. They work efficiently at body temperature and at a suitable pH. Optimal condition for enzyme activity is affected by several things, and each type of enzyme has its own specific optimum condition under which it works best. Substrate concentration. Enzyme work best when there is a high enough substrate concentration for the reaction to catalyze. If too little substrate is available, the rate of reaction is slow. Enzymes are also affected significantly by temperature. Lower temperatures either prevent reaction from proceeding or slow them down. High temperatures speed up reaction. However, as temperatures continue to increase, the rate of reaction drops sharply and the enzyme begins to denature. pH. Different enzymes work best at different pH values. Enzymes in the stomach have an optimum pH of about 2 because the stomach is acidic, but intestinal enzymes have an optimum pH of about 7.5. Amylase is an enzyme in the saliva and pancreatic juice that catalyzes the breaking down of starch and glycogen into more simple and readily usable forms of sugar like maltose and glucose. Lipase is a water-soluble enzyme catalyzing the hydrolysis of lipids, thereby breaking down fats into glycerol and free fatty acids, secreted by digestive organs such as the liver and pancreas. And now the constituent food groups of a balanced diet. A balanced diet supplies the energy that the body needs without excluding individual types of food, while the diet itself should be composed individually, taking into account our needs, health and age. Some rules should be followed by everyone. It is important to consume a variety of food as well as avoid empty calories and reduce salt intake. In 2022, Department of Health updated the Eat Well Guide, which makes it easier to understand what a healthy balanced diet should look like. To reduce the risk of disease and maintain a healthy lifestyle, a balanced diet should include proteins, fat, carbohydrate, fiber, vitamins and minerals. According to the Eat Well Guide, there are 5 main groups of food people consume. Group number 1, beans, fish, eggs, meat and other proteins. Proteins are complex molecules and have many important roles in the body. They take part in building bones and muscle as well as repairing the body's tissue. Protein in form of enzyme coordinate metabolic reaction. These foods are good sources of vitamins, especially vitamin D, B12 and minerals. Examples are beans, lentils, salmon, chicken, turkey, eggs. Group number 2, bread, pasta and other starchy carbohydrate. Carbohydrates provide the body with the energy it needs and are a good source of many vitamins and minerals. Examples are potato, whole grain, bread, grains such as brown rice, oats, corn, rye. Group number 3 is the fruit and vegetables. On average, people should try to eat at least 5 portions of fruit and vegetables. They are not only rich in vitamins, fiber and minerals, but also low in calories. By eating a variety of fruits and vegetables, we can help reduce the risk of serious health problems. Examples are spinach, carrot, banana, apple, squash and peppers. Group number 4 is the dairy and alternatives. These foods are rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals, especially calcium. The calcium in dairy food is particularly good for you because your body absorbs it easily. Examples are milk, soya milk, yogurt, cheese, cream cheese. Group number 5 is the oil and spreads. Oils and spreads are a great source of energy and vitamins, especially vitamin A, D, E, K. They also contribute to maintaining a high level of good cholesterol. However, consuming too much saturated fat can lead to heart disease and stroke. Examples are olive oil, sunflower oil, goose fat, butter, coconut oil. All these nutrients are present in the food that we eat, but different items have different proportion of nutrients present in them. That will be it. Thank you for listening.